All right. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the March 4th LaGrange Town Board meeting. Could you all please rise for the pledge? Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And if we could please remain standing, a moment of silence for those that are no longer with us and those that are serving and protecting us both here and abroad. Thank you. Please be seated. Okay, Madam Clerk, if we could please begin with a roll call.
Mr. Ryan?
Here.
Ms. Condon?
Here.
Supervisor?
Here.
Mr. Hughes? Mr. Grasso?
Here.
That's okay.
Okay. Next, I'd like to make a motion to adopt the agenda as written. Do I have a second?
Motion.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you very much. Next, I'd like to make a motion to accept the minutes from the February 18th and the February 27th meeting.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you very much. Okay, this next part here is going to be a public hearing. I'd like to just give a short, brief discussion about it. So we have tonight a public hearing for a proposed local law called short-term rentals. Just to give everyone kind of how this all came about. Last year, late December, the previous administration had drafted this law. So now we're at a point in time where we have a public hearing. We're going to give everybody an opportunity tonight to comment on the law. There should be written copies as you enter in the back. It was also posted online. The more comments, the better. It's very important for us to hear everyone out. We're going to continue. We're not going to take action on this tonight. What we'd like to do is continue to have this public hearing open for another 2 weeks at our next meeting. This way, if certain residents couldn't make it tonight, they'll learn about it by watching the video online. They'll have an opportunity to come at the next meeting to speak, as well as send a letter to us as well. So with that being said, yep.
Councilman Ryan wants to make.
Oh, I'm sorry, Councilman Ryan, you want to make a statement?
Yes, I do. I want to disclose to the town board and the public that I own 2 short-term rental properties. I do not believe this constitutes a conflict of interest which requires a recusal in regard to the proposed local law. However, to be cautious and to ensure that the town code of ethics is followed, I'm going to request an advisory opinion from our Board of Ethics. I will await their determination prior to taking any actions on proposed legislation of short-term rentals.
Thank you, Councilman. Okay, do I have a motion to open the public hearing?
Motion.
Do I have a second? All in favor? Aye. Okay, would anyone like to come up and speak for the proposed local law for short-term rentals? Peter, come on up.
Hi, Peter Turoff, Memory Trail. A couple of things. One is there any kind of provision that would limit companies from having a short-term rental here that is a corporation, that's all they do, they have them all over the place? Rather than somebody who's either a resident here who owns the property or owns it as a second business, rather than private equity, I think they call it.
Mm-hmm.
That would be my main concern.
Very good. So basically a provision for companies, corporations, et cetera, buying homes.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, Peter. Appreciate the comment. Would anyone else like to come up and speak? No? Going once? Going twice? All right. Well, we're going to keep this open. We'll keep it open for another 2 weeks because I think, again, when more people that watch this meeting at home, maybe they're not aware of this. So we'd like to give the community an opportunity. It's an important law. Many towns have done this many years ago. So I think it's very important that LaGrange comes up with a law, whether it's this particular law or there's certain changes that are made. The reality is that we need our community to chime in. It's very, very important. And with that being said, only having one comment tonight, I think it would be very wise to keep this open. So with that being said, do I just
I think and you want written comments too? just-
written comments as well?
Comments too.
So do I make a motion to
No, just put on video.
Keep it
that
open?
want Written.
till the next meeting?
Yeah, so we'll accept written comments, and I think we're going to, a motion to carry the public hearing over to the,
Okay, so do I have a motion to accept written comments and carry the public hearing open to our March 18th meeting? Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, thank you very much. Okay. That's that. Public hearing. Okay, correspondence. We did get something last minute, actually from Arlington Central School District. So, Madam Clerk, I'm going to give you this for the record. It's basically a seeker document. They're working on something at LaGrange Middle School parking lot, an expansion project. The school itself is going to be lead agency. So you have your short environmental assessment form, et cetera. So I'd like you to have that for the record, please. Supervisor comments.
just for the benefit of the public on that, so my research indicates that the New York State education law, it's the planning board, there's really not planning board oversight of this project. It's the New York State Department of Education. So anyone that has concerns about the project, can obviously approach the school district about it. And, the town board can obviously chime in. We're an interested agency, but they're the lead agency. They're the permitting authority pursuant to the state education law, section 408. So it's not our planning board that's going to be overseeing that project, just for the record.
Thank you, Council. I appreciate that. All right, I'm going to begin supervisor comments. The town successfully managed another major snowstorm on February 22nd through the 23rd, led by our Highway Superintendent, John Wisman. Our highway and park crews did an outstanding job keeping roads clear and safe throughout this event. Town leadership remained in constant communication and provided timely updates. We also want to thank residents for keeping vehicles off the roads when possible, helping our crews work safely and efficiently. Let's hope winter is over. As tax collection week came to a close, we recognize our receiver of taxes, Jody Keevitt, and our deputy receiver of taxes, Sharon Beal, for their professionalism and dedication during a very, very busy final week. They assisted hundreds of residents through in-person visits, mail processing, and electronic payments, ensuring a smooth and efficient process for all. Incredible job, and we are very thankful for their hard work. We are pleased to share that progress continues on the launch of the Senior Drop-In Center, which is anticipated to begin by the end of March. This initiative is being made possible with the support of our community partners, our Parks and Recs Director, Sandy Washburn, and her amazing team. The amount of hours they are putting in on top of camp registration and many other events being planned, they're absolutely amazing, and we are very thankful to each and every one of them. In addition, the town board held a special meeting on Friday to finalize and submit a community development block grant, otherwise known as CDBG application, to support the LaGrange Park bathroom improvement project. Last night, I attended a Dutchess County meeting with local mayors and supervisors where updates were shared on upcoming grant opportunities and potential shared services aimed at enhancing programs and services for our residents. Lastly, a resolution will soon be presented to the town board for consideration to establish a Veterans Affairs Advisory Committee. This committee would serve the approximately 500 to 800 veterans who all call LaGrange home by focusing on education, advocacy, and connecting veterans and their families with valuable local, state, and federal resources. Our veterans are our heroes. A goal of mine is to have LaGrange become a Purple Heart town, and I would like to begin the organization process by starting with the formation of this advisory committee. I am looking forward to this opportunity. We appreciate the continued engagement and support of our residents as we work together to serve the community. Thank you. Okay. This next portion, actually, could we start with that?
Sure,
actually? Is that, I could do that?
Sure.
So Deputy Supervisor, do you have something you would
Yes,
like to
I
say?
do.
Sure.
The town board would like to recognize some special guests with us here tonight. We are pleased to welcome Scout Troop 182 and their Scoutmaster, Susan Poole DeSalvo. They are working hard toward earning their citizenship in the Community Merit Badge. One of the requirements is for them to observe a town board meeting. Please join us in giving them a warm welcome.
Susan, would you like to do anything now, or do you want to wait, or do you have a presentations?
Yeah, we have some scouts who want to introduce themselves.
Sure. All right. You could come up too and talk if you'd like, or whatever you feel comfortable with. Don't be nervous.
Yeah?
So we're Troop 182. We meet at Freedom Plains Presbyterian Church. And we also operate the paper depot right down the street. We're working on citizenship in the community, and it's a merit badge that's required for Eagle Scout. And it teaches you what responsibilities you have towards your community, how your community serves its citizens, and really what goes into running a community, like these meetings.
Yeah.
It really teaches you the value of a community.
Yeah, and then in addition, our troop is a linked troop, so we have Troop 182B, which is the boys section, and Troop 182G, the girls section. And the ages range from about 5th grade to 9th grade. So we have like a pretty good range there. And in scouting, we work on both like life skills and morals, as well as like knot tying and camping skills.
Okay.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you very much.
Yeah, no problem.
Would anyone else, is anyone else going to come up and speak? No? We're all set? All right. Let's give them a nice round of applause. Thank you. All right, so we're going to continue on here. So the next portion here is our public comment. This gives an opportunity for our community to speak on matters on the agenda prior to the board taking action. We remind everybody for 3-minute timeline to keep your comments directed to us, the board. Do I have a motion to open the public comment section for agenda items only?
Motion.
Second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Thank you very much. Would anyone like to come up and speak to anything that's specifically on the agenda? Sandy, our Parks and Recs Director, Sandy Washburn. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I just want to take a quick moment before you actually vote this evening to speak a little bit about the person that I am requesting for you to appoint for our senior drop-in center. Had the great opportunity to be able to interview with her throughout 2 rounds of interviews. Her name is Sherry DeLucia. She does live in Hopewell Junction. She is a retired school teacher with a very long and dedicated career in that field of over 30 years. She has newly become a driver for the county's meal program for our elderly in the community, so it certainly is perfect there. She's just incredibly creative. A lovely person, shared so much of what she does through her own crafting and through volunteer opportunities in her community. And the team of the 2 of them, both Janet, our already appointed director, and Sherry, they've actually spent 3 hours together over lunch just getting to know one another and starting some brainstorming in advance of what I'm sure will be an appointment shortly. But I just wanted to speak to the team that we have assembled and her incredible talent. The 2 of them are going to really be a dynamic team. So I just thank you for this opportunity and for all that's going to come very shortly with the senior center. Thank
We're
you.
very thankful. Thank you.
Thanks, Sandy.
Would anyone else like to come up and speak on agenda items? No? Okay. Do I have a motion to close the public comment on agenda items?
Motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, very good, thank you. All right, we're going to begin with the resolutions. The first resolution here is a consideration to issue a RFP for sludge removal, Knox on Knolls, Titusville wastewater treatment. This, any discussion on this? We actually spoke about this at the last meeting. This is just, we're looking for an opportunity to save some money. It's currently being, there currently is sludge removal. There's no contract, so I think this would be a good opportunity for us to go out for contract and try to save some money. So, do I have a motion?
Motion.
Second? All in favor? Aye. Thank you very much. Next item on the agenda is a consideration of a bid proposal packet. We all have that here for tree clearing for Manchester Water District tank site. This is located off of Red Oaks Mill. It's for an expansion project. Town board discussion, any questions? Good,
I
Richie?
had a question for Shane.
Yeah.
Now, can we call up people on this to bid on this,
To
or?
make people aware of it, sure. I mean, they
Yeah.
have to go through the bidding process.
I know that.
Sure, I think the town board can make people aware, and the idea is to get the lowest responsible bidder, so I think that's
Yeah,
interesting.
everything that we're doing for RFP,
Yep.
we can notify businesses, et cetera, say, hey, there's packets, et cetera. Okay.
Thank you.
Good, okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Richie. Yes.
Those dates.
The dates?
No, I have the dates. Are Clark Patterson going to be doing it? I know that she said that,
They will,
yeah, I should receive the quotes, but who's going to be giving them to the Clark?
the packets itself?
Yeah, I'm not clear on that, just so I know.
Well, we have the packet right here, so if they.
Yeah,
I
CPL,
think it's CPL is
and
gonna
then
be-
and then it says here that everything as
They're
far
going
as.
to be open here, but they're going to distribute packets?
Yes.
That was my.
Yes.
That's my understanding. I
Yes.
just want to be clear.
Yeah, no problem, yeah. The engineering firm will be distributing the
Okay,
packets,
thank
yep.
So we can tell them contact CPL on.
Correct, yep, everything is here in the documents. So do I have a motion for the consideration of bid proposal packet?
Motion.
Second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Thank you very much. Okay. This next one is pretty simple. We've already had one of these before. It's a consideration of a 30-day advance notice for a liquor license renewal for the DBA Athena Gyro Greek Tavern. That's located here in the town of LaGrange. Town board discussion? Any questions, comments?
Nope.
No?
Motion.
Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you very much. All right, this next resolution, we all heard from our Parks and Recs Director, Sandy. We are very, very excited. There's been a lot of hard work at this, and we're pretty much at the finish line for the final pieces here to get this thing going. So this is a consideration of a request from the Parks and Recreation Leader for appointment of Sherry DeLucia to the position of Senior, I'm sorry?
Yeah, thank you.
Yes, of course, yep. Senior Parks and Recreation Leader.
Motion.
Have a motion?
Motion.
Second? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you very much. Congratulations. Okay, these last two items, they go hand in hand. So just to give the community an update on this and an understanding, with our tax assessment department, we currently have what's called a shared service. So 3 days a week, our tax assessor as well as our deputy tax assessor work here in the town of LaGrange. And 2 days a week, they work for the town of Unionville. So it's a shared service. So basically, the town of LaGrange taxpayers are responsible for 60% of that salary, as well as the benefits and everything else that go along with it. And our partnering community is responsible for the 40%. Basically, what this is here is our deputy tax assessor would like to work in the town of Pauling. She has worked there for 5 years. She has a great relationship there. So the first one here would be, and nothing changes with the town of LaGrange. They both still stay here 3 days a week. So this is specific to the deputy tax assessor. So the first one is a consideration of termination of shared service agreement with Unionville for deputy tax assessor services. So this would rescind that agreement, and then, all right, any questions on that? Okay, do I have a motion?
Just one.
Sorry,
Yep.
effective date?
That's exactly what I was going to say, Christian. So I think just one point.
Sure.
It's okay. Just because we don't want any overlap here, we want to make the effective date for the Unionville termination March 8th, and the effective date of the Pauling shared services agreement March 9th. So that way there's no overlap, accounting and billing purposes.
Thank you, Council. All right, so do I have a motion for consideration of termination of shared service agreement with Unionville for deputy assessor services?
Motion.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Resolution passed. Thank you. The next one is the agreement with the town of Pauling. Do I have a motion for consideration of agreement of shared services for deputy assessor with the town of Pauling?
Motion.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Resolution passed. Thank you very much. Any town board comments and/or discussion? There being none, we'll move on to liaison reports. Councilmember Robin is not here this evening for building and zoning. Councilmember John Grasso, do you have an update on recreation?
Yes. First, welcome Scout Troop 182 B&J. Thank you for coming. And I do have a report. Thank you, Sandy. We are finalizing details for the opening of our senior center. We have a meeting this Friday at the church, and I will share opening details as soon as I get them. Registration is open for our March senior social. Stop in the rec department or give them a call, and they'll assist you on the process and how to attend. That's okay. Summer employment applications are being accepted right now through March 16th. So anybody who wants to send one in, send it to the rec department. The camp staff interviews will be taking place at the end of the month, this month, March. This is it for now. And one last thing is sponsorship. Please let me know. I have a couple people who are interested in it, but let me know. Let Sandy know if you want to interested in sponsorship. And Supervisor, that's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman. And moving on to our CAC and open space liaison, Councilman Ryan.
Right at this moment, they're working on a couple of projects, but we can't elaborate on them because they're not far enough in depth with them. But that we're working on them right now.
Very good. Thank you very much, Councilman. Town Attorney.
I'm sorry, Susan, to keep doing that too. Just one thing to note, we did circulate, the supervisor and I, proposed local law on battery storage facilities, a 6-month moratorium that I'm hoping we can consider at the next meeting. It's up to the town board, obviously, to review it, but that would be just one piece of legislation that might be on the radar for everybody that we're working on. So hopefully for March 18th.
Okay. March 18th. Thank you, Council. All right, the next public comment opportunity here, come on up, keep your comments to 3 minutes, address them to the board. You can speak on any town matters. Do I have a motion to open the public comment? I have a second.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Okay. Would anyone like to speak on any town issue? Sandy? Sure, come on up.
I'm not always this chatty, but there's a lot going on right now. First, I'm going to add to Franco's report that we did circulate and are still collecting surveys for our senior drop-in center. We had a tremendous response, and we are incredibly thrilled about that. So that's one thing. But the reason I really wanted to come up this evening is to express my thanks to our supervisor for the expansion and the support of the expansion of our space downstairs. I stood in front of the prior board multiple times over the last 2 years. I shared photographs. I shared the stress of how we were working, how it's unsafe, how we had no room to do anything. I was even pounding the pavement looking for commercial rental space to bring back to the board. For many months last year, the space adjacent to us that we just took over sat vacant, and another area with just one person in there half a day, 1 day a week. It was very, very challenging and frustrating, and I'm not one to really get too aggressive, certainly at a public meeting, but we were out of solutions. And with our new supervisor, he is spending the time learning all of the departments, and he spends time in conversation, listening to understand and to come up with solutions. So the space has been rearranged downstairs, which makes sense in my opinion and in the opinion of many others, to serve both of the departments or the several departments that were impacted with moving some things around. It makes sense for the experience of our residents who come into the building, and certainly for Parks and Recreation. We now can work without piles of boxes, using office machines on the floor, and the many things that we just grew accustomed to, and we did without a lot of complaining. So I could not be more thrilled for my team and for what this means for Parks and Recreation, and just the most sincere thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Sir, would you like to come up?
Yes.
Just come up to the mic, sir.
Okay, town board.
Good
thank you.
evening.
My name is Bruce Keating. My wife and I presently reside at 15 Romka Road in Red Oaks Mill. I had a question, especially came to light this past week when there was a single car MVA on Red Oaks Mill Road. At that point, the state and county police decided to divert all the traffic from Red Oaks Mill into Romka Road. And it says, if you've ever been there, it's just a small road in and out. It was crazy. There was 55-foot tractor trailers. There was every shape, model, and type of vehicle going down that road. Two things in regard to that. First off, it's a very narrow road. It has almost no shoulders. It's 1.5 lane wide. And there are a lot of kids. There's a matter of 10 to 12 young children on that road. Second, the main point I have is that the speed limit is posted at 30 miles an hour. When I was speaking with the deputy that was there, I am also a former member of the LaGrange Fire Department, he thought it was ridiculous. I have had that problem forever. And now after this recent occurrence with the traffic accident, that's enough. The speed limit has to be reduced.
Okay.
I mean, you come out 55 and their speed limit's 30. So how can you take a barely 1.5 lane road and make it 30?
Right.
And then one other thing I have is that I wasn't involved in this before, is you had about the agenda, about the people staying over, what you call a short-term?
Oh, short-term rental, yeah.
We have 2 short-term rentals across the street from us.
Okay.
One was at the former Moody House, and there's one next to it. They had at one point weekly, daily rentals, partying all the time, day and night. I am not in favor of it.
Mm-hmm.
People, in my opinion, and I've spoken to other people that live on our road, if the people don't live there or don't have any financial holding to that property, they don't care. They park wherever they want. They park on the road. Now, from what I understand, as far as I remember from fire department, you weren't allowed to park on the road in town LaGrange, especially overnight.
Mm-hmm.
And it happens all the time. So, and I think that's about it.
I
Thank you, Board.
appreciate that very much.
Thank you.
Thank you for your comments.
When I had spoken to John,
A highway superintendent, yes, John Wisman.
he's gonna give me some kind of form,
Okay,
and he's got my information, my name, address.
very good. Thank you. Thank you. Come on up, man. Yep. Good evening.
Hi, I just wanted to introduce myself. I'm Sherry DeLucia. Sandy just spoke about me. I am so excited about the new position and being offered an opportunity to serve in this capacity. I have been teaching across the river for over 35 years, just retired in June, and I can't sit home. So I'm so excited. I met with Janet, like Sandy said. We had a 3-hour lunch, and the ideas just start flowing. And I can't wait to make this come to life, because I know it's been a dream of Sandy's for a while. So thank you very
We
much.
are so excited and thankful. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Would anyone else like to come up and speak? Yep, come on up. Yep. Good evening, Chief.
Good evening. I'd just like to first start out by saying, as a Eagle Scout and active scouter, it's nice to see all these scouts here going for their citizenship badge. I remember you. So, well, this is one of our scouts from PAC that just moved up to troop, so we're very proud of her and her brother. So,
Over there.
So again, good evening. Thank you again for accepting comments. My name is Anthony Champion. I am the Chief of the LaGrange Fire District. I'd just like to take this opportunity to share a couple informative notes about the LaGrange Fire District and some of what the taxpayer money goes to. So we support volunteer members and career staff. With the career staff is on 24/7. We're providing fire and EMS response. In that EMS response, we're providing basic life support services, providing advanced life support services. As a note, last year we had 2,401 emergency incidents. To date this year, and it is only the 4th of March, we have had 368 emergency incidents, of which 6 of those were fire-type incidents, AFA, brush fires, 275 medical calls, 50 public service incidents, 19 hazardous situations, 2 rescue events, 13 non-emergency situations. So like an AFA, it turned out to be popcorn in the microwave. 1 law enforcement support call. So I just wanted to share those with you. I was also asked on behalf of the Board of Fire Commissioners and my chief staff. We met with you, Supervisor, on the 4th of February. So we're looking to see if there is an update on the standpipe and sprinkler codes to date.
Yes, we are currently reviewing that. All our board members have it, as well as our council. We have several laws, as you can see, one on short-term rental, another on sewer, and then, of course, the packet that you gave us as well. So it is being reviewed. We will have comments, and we will be following up.
Appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
Have a good evening.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Would anyone else like to come up and speak? No? Come on up, dear. Yep. Hello.
My name is Nancy Hazer. I spoke on this with the previous board, and just wanted to take an opportunity to talk about the short-term rental law.
Sure.
So the one that's in the back now looks like the same that was brought or proposed last year with the previous board. There's been no changes from what I saw.
That was from the December 17th
Right.
meeting.
Right.
December
That
17th.
was right.
That's what they, yeah. Yep.
Right, that's what I saw. So I'm going to just generally say to you, this board, what I said to the last, to my reading of it, and I have 30 years of rental experience. I grew up in the rental business from my parents. I had seasonal rentals, Hunter Mountain Ski Resort, back when it was that. And I had long-term rentals in Ulster County. Since having moved here now 3 years, I would very much like the ability to do short-term rentals with my property. I live here, I care about the community, obviously, because I moved here. But my reading of the law as it's currently written seems, I feel like the wording is very prejudicial. And I understand where that may come from, because I know other municipalities, other areas have had problems with short-term rentals. But I would ask that the law, as it is written, be looked at for more moderate terminology and less restriction, and see if there are problems that need to be addressed, address them at that time. Let's allow people to work with their property and don't put so many roadblocks up. Now, I'm not saying that I want to see crazy parties or unreasonable traffic. No one wants that, but I think it's about mutual respect for all the property owners around. Having had the experiences I've had long-term and short-term tenants that have been respectful. I've also seen property owners that are not so respectful, actual neighbors that own property. So I just would like to see some of the language in the law be a little bit more even-handed. And I understand you're keeping this comment period open.
Yep.
And so at the time that I spoke last time, it was mentioned, I think you mentioned, to make written, I don't want to go into every point, but there are a number of points that I would speak to that are pretty specific and nobody wants to hear the details of. I'll put that in an email.
Yeah, you can send it, absolutely.
Thank you.
Send all your comments. We
Okay.
appreciate that. Thank
All
you.
right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Anyone else would like to come up and speak? No? All right, do I have a motion to close the public comment?
Motion.
Second? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion.
Second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Thank you all very much,
Thank you.
and have a great evening.
Like I said,
Thank you.
Evelyn Speedley.